Hello grade 3. Today we're gonna talk about how to comparing and ordering fractions. We know fractions before, but now if I have two fractions, I should know how to compare them together. And if I have many fractions, I should know how to order them in ascending order or descending order. I have here two teapots. I filled the first teapot with quarter of water, and I filled the second teapot with 2/4 of water. And I wanted to compare between them which is bigger. It's so easy. From the picture I can see that 2/4 is bigger than quarter. But my problem, if I don't have a picture, how can I solve it? It's simple. Quarter and 2/4. I look to the denominator here. I have here the same denominator and it's 4. If I have the same denominator, I look to the numerator. Here 1 and here 2. So, the big number is the greatest. So 2 bigger than 1. That means 1/4 smaller than 2/4, or 2/4 bigger than 1/4. That means if I have the same denominator, the big numerator is the greatest. For example, 3/6 and 4/6. I have here the same denominator. So I look to my numerator and the big will be the greatest. 4 is bigger than 3. That means 3/6 is smaller than 4/6. 6/7, 6/7, and 5/7. I have the same denominator, so the big numerator is the greatest. The big numerator here is 6, so 6/7 is bigger than 5/7. It's so easy. But if I have this problem, 3/4 and 3/5. If I look to the denominator, they are different. So I will look to the numerator. The numerator, they are the same. But in this case, if I have the same numerator, the smallest denominator is the greatest. So the smallest denominator 4, it's bigger than the other denominator. So 3/4 is bigger than 3/5. We will note that half bigger than third, bigger than quarter, bigger than fifth, and so on. How is it? If I look here, I have the same numerator. Same numerator, the smallest denominator is the greatest. 2 is the smallest, is bigger than 3, is bigger than 4, is bigger than 5, because the smallest denominator is the greatest. So that means half bigger than third, bigger than quarter, bigger than fifth, and so on. For example, I have 6 and I have 8. Which is bigger? Now I have the same numerator. The smallest denominator is the greatest. That means the smallest denominator 6 is bigger than 8. So 6 is bigger than 8. 1/7, 7th, and 5th. The same numerator. So the smallest denominator is the greatest. Excellent. So now 1/5 is bigger than 1/7, or 7th is smaller than 5th. Sometimes you need to put the fractions in its simplest form to compare them. I have 2/8 and 3/4 and I wanted to compare between them. I look to my denominator. Is the denominator they are the same? No. Is my numerator they are the same? No. So I should make the denominator the same like the numerator. 8 It becomes 4. How 8 becomes 4? 8 becomes 4 by dividing, because this is a fraction is bigger. And we take before the simplest form. If I have 2 over 8, that means up and down we can divide it by 2. So 2 over 8, I'll divide up by 2, then I'll divide down by 2. 2 divide 2 equals 1. 8 divide 2 equals 4. That means this fraction is quarter now. So can I compare between quarter and 3/4? Yes, sure. The same denominator. So the big numerator is the greatest. So quarter is smaller than 3/4. That means I put it in the origin number. That means 2 over 8, this fraction is smaller than 3 over 4, 3/4. Remember that 1 whole equals 2 halves. That means it's equals 2 over 2. We take it before. And 1 whole, it's equals 3/3. It's 3 over 3. And 1 whole equals 4/4. It's 4 over 4, and so on. So if I have 1 and I have half, which is bigger? They said to me that 1 is bigger, but how? 1, it's equals 2 halves, is that right? Yes, so 2 over 2. And I have half, the same denominator, so the big numerator is the greatest. That means 2 over 2 bigger than half. So 1 is bigger than half. 1 and 3/5. 1, it's equals 5 over 5. And I have 3/5. The same denominator, the big numerator is the greatest. So 5 over 5, it's bigger than, or 5/5 is bigger than 3/5. So 1 bigger than 3/5. Arrange the following fractions in a descending order. Descending means from dinosaur to the ant. That means from the big to small. I have here fractions 3/10, 7/10, 1/10, and 5/10. In these fractions, I have the same denominator. So the big numerator is the greatest. What is the big numerator here? Of course, it's a 7. So 7/10, I put it first because I arrange from the big to small. Then 5/10, then 3/10, then 1/10. The next one, I have two A's, 7 A's, 1, 5 A's. All the all the denominator, they are 8. So that means 1, it should be, the denominator is 8. So the whole one, it's equals 8 over 8. Now it's so easy, the same denominator, so I will rearrange in a descending order from the big to the small. The big numerator is 8. So 8 over 8 is bigger. That means 1 is bigger. I put it down. Then 7 A's. Then 5 A's. Then 2 A's. Arrange the following fractions in an ascending order. Ascending means from the ant to dinosaur, from the small to the big. To arrange from the small to the big, I have 3 sixes, 1 6, and 20 over 24, and 4 sixes. 20 over 24, this is strange, because here all of them, the denominator, they are 6. So can I simplify 20 over 24? Yes, I can simplify it, and we take the simplify before. How 24 becomes 6? By dividing it by 4. If I divide 24 by 4, it gives me 6. So I divide the denominator by 4, so I should divide the numerator by 4. 20 divide 4 equals 5. And 24 divide 4, it's equals 6. So it's 5 sixes. So now it's 5 sixes. Can I arrange now? Yes. It will be easy now. 6 all the denominator. So the smallest numerator is the smallest fraction. The smallest numerator here is 1. So 1 over 6 is the smallest. Then 3 over 6. Then 4 over 6. Then 5 over 6. It's a 20 over 24. We will look down here. 7/8, 3/8, 3/4, 5/8. All of them, the denominator are 8, except 3/4. So I should make 4 to be 8. How can I make 4 to be 8? 4 I can multiply it by 2 to become 8. So 3/4, I'll multiply 4 by 2 to become 8. I multiply the denominator by 2, so I should multiply the numerator by 2. 3 over multiply 2 equals 6. And 4 multiply 2 equals 8. 6/8. Now, can I arrange? Yes, all the denominator are the same. They are 8. So the smallest numerator is the smallest fraction. What is the smallest numerator here? It's a 3 over 8. So 3 over 8 first. Then 5 over 8. Then 6 over 8. The 6 over 8, it's 3/4. Then 7 over 8, the last one. Thanks for watching and see you soon, inshallah.